Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our HVAC tutorials. In this video, we're gonna complete our HVAC project. And the last two tutorials, we talked about site chart software program. This for psychrometry processes. And in this video, we're gonna complete our project. We're gonna use Autodesk Revit. Here, this video, we're gonna cover the introduction of this software, and the next tutorials we're gonna use this 3D model of a mall to draw the ducts, and we use the hourly analysis program to determine the cooling loads and the heating loads. And now it's time to apply the duct sizing by DuctMate or any other software, and draw the ducts distribution and their handling units for this building. So this building was drawn by AutoDesk AutoCAD MEP. Let's take a look here. So this is a 3 stories mall. Each story is 3 meters. Here is the mall, and here are the zones of this mall. Okay, and here are the electric stairs. Okay, also you can isolate this object, hide objects to see this. Look, just a simple design. And the next tutorials we are gonna use Autodesk Revit MEP to apply our knowledge to draw the distribution of the ducts and the air handling units, and the we may talk about the plumbing and the piping size for this building. So the benefits are that you will use your knowledge to you apply your knowledge on a project like any commercial project. Okay, so this building we used our analysis program to get or to determine the cooling loads. Here, this is the mall. I know it's named office, but it is for this mall. We have 29 spaces, this, and 3 corridors for the 3 stories. Here, these are the corridors. This. So here are the zones and the bathrooms. We did not consider the bathrooms, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, and here is the system, and here are the shopping zones. So the general chilled water air handling units and VAV air system 29, and here are the system components, the ventilation air, and this and this. We covered all this information, and here are the report. Revit is one of the most important software programs in many fields: architecture, civil engineering, and mechanical engineering. Is a very useful tool like AutoCAD MEP, but Revit has many other uh, options. And here is the report, and here is the total coil load for this building, and here the floor area, and the other information. Okay, so here is the Revit. First of all, here are the last three projects that you opened, and here the getting started video. It includes the new features of this. Here is the Autodesk Revit 2016. It contains the mechanical and structural architectural construction templates, and the families are like the blocks in AutoCAD. So the families are standards drawings that you can import it, and you do not have to draw it from the beginning from scratch. So here is the new to open new project, new file, a conceptual math, a throttle block or annotation symbol, and to open also any existing files, and here save as, and here export if you want to export your project to any other formats. Okay, and here suit workflows, and here close this. Okay, also you can find this open or new, and here you can set your mechanical template or structural template. If you click on new, you can use none. Means that you will begin your project from the scratch, so you will not be able to find many options that already carried out. And here we're gonna use the mechanical template, and here also we're gonna in this video cover the options. So save reminder interval, here are the general options, and here are the notifications. Save reminder interval, that like any other software, you will find it tells you that you have to save your work now. So here save reminder every 30 minutes, 15. Okay, and here the synchronize with general reminder interval. If you use a workstation file, so let's take a look, or click on F1 to open the help. If you need any information, just click F1 like hourly analysis program. So here's save reminder interval. How often the software reminds you to save recent changes to open files. And it is recommended to be a short time. Suppose that you worked for a long time, and then something happened, and you did not save your work. This will be a very big problem. So you have to save your work every a short period. So here is the synchronize with general reminder interval. Here, how often the software reminds you to synchronize with general when work sharing. You can work on a file, then you can share your work to the other engineers. The other mechanical engineers, the firefighting engineers can see your work. The other engineers, the architecture engineer can see your work if you use the work sharing technique. So here you have to set the period that you have to save your work for the general file. And you have to ask the other engineers that you work with to manage this time between you and them to make it easy for the file not to be heavy. Okay, you know that Revit and AutoDesk Convener and the CAD design are heavy files for loadings, so we have to manage these periods between you and the other engineers to make it easy for savings. To not to say all of you save at the same time. This is gonna be a problem. So you may set it for 30 minutes and the other engineer after 1 hour and the other engineer after 15 minutes and so on. So the identifier associated with a particular session of the software. The first time Revit is run on a workstation, it uses the Windows login name as the default username. So you can change and save the username. In subsequent sessions on the same workstation, Revit defaults to the saved username, not the Windows login name. If team members are not consistently working on the same workstations day to day, they must be sure to reset the username for each session because the default name will be that of the previous. So, gentlemen, you have to know that make sure of that your username is the used name for this session to save your work, to tell the others that this is your work. When you collaborate within your network, editing permissions are based on the username. Okay, so 2 or more active local models or a local model and the central model should never be edited under the same username. Doing so could cause the local models to be incompatible with the central model. So, gentlemen, you will find this easy if you work with the engineers using work sharing. They're gonna tell you exactly what you have to do. So when you cooperate using the cloud, the username field is updated to match your AutoDesk ID. Note, if you need to assume another username so you can relinquish elements from a user if that user is unavailable, first log out of your Autodesk account, then enter the other user's Autodesk username in the username field. It's easy to learn these things if you work in a company that uses this system. And here, so your username here is your name or the name that you will choose. So here you are currently not signed to Autodesk 360. When you sign in, your Autodesk ID will be used as username. So journal file cleanup. What is the journal file cleanup? When number of journal exceeds, then delete journals older than days. Okay. What is this? Here, this specifies the number of journal files to retain and the number of days to retain them. Journal files are text documents that record each step during Revit sessions. Okay? These files are used primarily in the software support process. Journals can be run in order to detect a problem or recreate lost steps or files. So if the software shut down or something, any errors happened and you reopened the file, you will find your work is saved or was saved at the last step. Okay, so this is the function. Like Autodesk, AutoCAD, or any other inventor, you will find your work already saved. So they are saved at the determination of each session. So you have to set this by your experience or by any recommended value. And here the work sharing update frequency, here less frequent and here more frequent. So this is will determine if you have to update your work if you use the work sharing method. And it's recommended not to be low every 55 seconds, and here more frequent. It's recommended to be less frequent to not make the file or the general file heavy. Okay, so it's gonna up to the manager or the engineers that you work with them. And here are the view options. Here the default view discipline is gonna be architectural, structural, mechanicals, up to your work. We're gonna make it mechanical. And here the user interface, configure tools and analyses. And here if you wanna the architecture tab and tools, this structure tab, this, and the system and so on, and the piping on the any other tools that you wanna. And here are the energy analysis and tools. If you don't wanna to load any one of these, you can uncheck it. And here the active theme is gonna be light or dark. Notice. Okay, it's up to you. And here the keyboard shortcuts. You can use these shortcuts to like Autodesk or like AutoCAD map. If you know exactly that you have if you click on line L then enter, you can draw a line. Okay, so here you can use your add any. Here this is are the command, and here the shortcut of this command trim tr split elements SL. You can find the and here the duct if you wanna draw a duct. And so on. So here is all, and you can here import some shortcuts. Revit keyboard shortcut files has to be txt or xml. Okay, and type a command name dd. Okay, here if you tr t. Okay, let's see here all the shortcuts that you have here. Okay, and so you can here notice that you can press new keys. If you wanna change this shortcut, make it R only R. Okay, you can assign it like this, so you can use R or RP to get this order. Okay, if you don't want this, make it, click on remove. So it's up to you. You can change these, and you can add many shortcuts for the single order. Also, you can export all these shortcuts like this. Keyboard shortcuts. And if you want to import them on another computer or another new project, you can open the file from any other computer, and you can import your old shortcuts like this, and that's it. Okay, so here are the active themes, and here are the keyboard shortcuts, and here are the double click options. You'll find here the double click of displays a dialog to specify double click behavior for entering edit mode for the following element types: family, sketched element, views and schedules on sheets, and the assemblies, groups, components, tiers. Depending on the element type, you can choose to have double click or so here edit family, double click action, edit family, sketched element, edit family. Here activate view. Okay, or do nothing. Here edit family, do nothing, or edit okay, so you can change as you like. You will find this easier after getting involved with the project. Okay, and here the tooltip assistance. So the tooltip assistance specifies the desired level of information about the ribbon tools. So the default is normal, and if you want to change it, you can change it minimal, normal, or high. You know that we have here ribbons. Here are the architecture ribbons, and you'll find modify, wall, door, and the things that are related to the architecture and the structure, and the HVAC systems. In the systems here, the ducts and the air terminals, and here the electrical and plumbing. Everything you need, you will find it here. The mechanical equipment, and here the insert, annotate, okay, and so on. And also in user interface, enable recent files pages as startup, or if you don't want it, this can uncheck it. So display the recent files page when you start Revit. This page lists the projects and families that you worked on most recently. So it means this. If you want this, check it, or you can uncheck it. And here the tab switching behavior after clearing a selection or after existing here project environment. So return to the previous tab or stay on the modify tab. So here after clearing a selection, okay, if you select a selection and cleared it, specify the desired behavior in the project environment or in the family editor. Stay on the modify tab. It means that after you deselect an element or exit a tool, that the modify tab stays in focus. Okay, and return to the previous tab after you deselect an element or exit a tool. Revit displays the ribbon tab that displayed previously. So you will find this and we're gonna talk about this in details during the next through the next tutorial. Just an introduction, so you can use as you like. And here the family editor, already the same. Stay on the modify tab or return to the previous tab. And here display the contextual tab on selection. So display the contextual tab for a selected element, providing immediate access to relevant tools. When this option is turned off, the conceptual tab opens but does not come into focus. Instead, the current tab remains in focus. So click the conceptual tab to access it. So here are the graphics. You know that Revit will know that your video card here. So if your video card is not efficient enough, you have to uncheck the graphics mode. Use hardware acceleration. Oh, here. Okay. Just click F1. So here it provides information about your video card and supported hardware. If your video card is not supported, a link provides access to a list of supported graphics hardware. Okay, so it is not a problem. You can access it from here. Link provides access to a list of supported graphics hardware. So, but it doesn't matter. Use hardware acceleration. So provides following performance improvements. Faster display of large models upon refresh. Faster switching between windows or of views. So you have to know your choice according to your PC. So here allow navigation during redraw. See reopening models is required. Okay, redraw visible elements only. Okay, I'm sorry. See here the graphics mode allow navigation during redraw. Okay, if you want this, you can check it on smooth lines with anti aliasing. So here allow control for each view in graphic display options dialog or use for all views. So control for each view is disabled. Okay. So here you can interrupt, allow navigation during redraw. So interrupt the drawing of model elements to allow view navigation, pan, orbit, and zoom. Use this option to improve the performance. Okay, when you are navigating views in large models. And smooth lines with anti-aliasing improves the quality of lines in views, making edges display more smoothly. By default, this option is enabled, so you can turn on anti-aliasing for individual views. For details, you can see this. And here, gentlemen, you can read the recommended by the software. Also, the colors. Here the background's gonna be black. If your eyes are sensitive to the white background, you have to make the background black. Let's open mechanical template. Mechanical, it means HVAC and plumbing. So here the architecture, let's leave the structure and systems. So notice that here the background is white. If you want this, it's okay, but for the people who are their eyes are sensitive to the white light, they have to make it like the AutoCAD. Click OK. Here, like AutoCAD. exactly. We can change it. Here are the graphics. Maybe something like this. Okay, so as you like. And here the selection is gonna be blue. So we're gonna draw a duct. Like this. So this is the duct. Okay. So here's the duct. To make it easier, can we make it just okay. The selection red. Notice, gentlemen, that I selected the duct, so its color is red now, but the pre-selection, so if you select the duct, it's going to be red. The pre-selection, if you make it green, notice that I did not select it, I just touched it. Okay, so it's going to be green. If you select it, it's going to be red. Okay, what if you have a problem in the drawings and the warning? Here is an intersection ducts. So okay, so here our ducts. So you can check out if there is any problem, if these ducts are drawn wrongly, or there is any error. So you can click on collaborate and interface check, run interface check for the two ducts. Okay, and select this. Here you will find this orange color that tells you that this drawing is not right, and here for this only also. So this the meaning of this color. So this is an alert. Okay. And here's a temporary dimension of text appearance. Size for the text, it's gonna be 8. 8 is very small. You can make it 9 or 12. It's up to your eyes. And here are the backgrounds, opaque or transparent. Okay, we clicked on yes. So the background is gonna be opaque or transparent. Here is the background. Here is the this option. Okay, here are the pre-selection and temporary dimension text appearance like this. Okay. So text temporally dimensions. So specify the background for text in temporally dimensions. So here is the transparent or opaque. This here, if you choose something like this, transparent or opaque, so it's up to you. Okay, to use transparent, and the opaque for the dimensions. And here the file locations. Okay, the file locations here, the construction template, architectural, structural, mechanical. So template files specify the project template files to list on the recent files window and the new project dialog when creating new project. Here the construction. If you want to delete, remove this value. If you are not a constructor or a structural engineer, you can remove this and make this at first. It's up to you. And here the mechanical template, like this. Okay, we can remove or add any values. Okay, and here the default path for the user files. Specify the default path where you want Revit to save the current file. This setting overrides the default path for saving files. When you specify a folder, Revit opens that folder by default when you save or open a file. Also, the default path for the family template file. Specify the path for the templates and libraries. Default template are installed in this. Okay, it's according to the setup procedure. And the root path for point clouds here. Specify the root path for point cloud files. The Revit installation automatically sets this path, however, you may change it. The saved path information for point cloud files in the manage links dialog is relative to this root path location. So if you change this root path, you may need to reload any point cloud files that are already linked to Revit projects to make it easy to reach it. To improve performance and reduce network traffic, the recommended workflow for work sharing is for each user to copy the point cloud files locally. Okay, as long as the relative path to the local copies of the point cloud files is the same for each user. The link will remain valid when you synchronize with the central. In some cases, it may be easiest to store point cloud files in the root directory. So, gentlemen, this is according to the workshare work, and you're gonna be you will know all these if you ask your colleagues. And here are the places to add secondary libraries that may be specific to your company. Okay, from here, if you your company has another library here, the Imperial library and the Imperial Detail library, you can add any values. Okay, new library. Okay, just cancel it. So then the rendering, I think this is for the architectural engineers, for the rendering files paths for files used to render appearances, a path for files used for decals, configuration information for ArcVision TM dashboard. So you can check out all these. And here, check spelling is very important. Ignore words in uppercase, ignore words with numbers. So you have to know, like Microsoft Word, just check spelling for your texts. And here, restore defaults. And here, the American English or the AutoDesk Revit main dictionary. Okay. And here, the additional dictionaries. Okay, you can edit this, or you can like this. So you can read about this also in the help. And here the steering wheel, you can the steering wheel, the text visibility, you can Read about the text wheel, the size, here big steering wheel appearance, normal, small, large, and here is the opacity and the mini wheel appearance also, and look tool behavior, invert vertical axis, pull mouse back to look up. Here you can click F1 to see the steering wheels. And here the walk tool. These details, gentlemen, or you will know it when you practice, okay? Like this, show tool messages, show tool tips, and here like this. And so here the size, the opacity, specify the opacity of the big steering wheel, and many options that you can see when walking through a model using a walk tool. You can constrain the movement angle to the ground plane by selecting this option. You can freely look around while the current view moves parallel to the ground plane. When this option is deselected, the walk angle is not constrained and you will fly in the direction you are looking, so that you can move around the model in any direction or angle. So here the speed factor. Okay, as you use the walk tool, fly through a model, you can control the movement speed, and here the zoom tool and the orbit tool and so on. Okay, so the speed factor and the other things. And here the view cube, you know that there is a 3D view cube like AutoCAD, this. So you wanna show it in all the 3D views or not. If you have many 3 views like this, you will find that there is the 3D in all of them. Okay, if you don't want to make this, you can uncheck it, show in all 3 view or active view only. Okay, so here on screen top right, yes, it is in top right, and view cube size and the in active opacity. And when dragging the view cube, snap to closest view. So here cube snap to closest view. When selected, snaps to the closest view cube. View orientation. View cube view orientation is one of the 26 view options. A face, edge, a corner of the view cube. So Jim, you have to practice this. We're gonna check out them later. Check them out later. And here's to fit to view on view change. Views animated transition when switching views. So shows an animated action when you switch view orientation, and keep scene upright. Here keeps the size of view cube and the view perpendicular to the ground plane. If you deselect this option, you can orbit the model in full 360 degree motion. Okay, and here will be this. So this is the orbit tool, and here will be pen. So gentlemen, I recommend to check out all these details by yourself. You're gonna read all these options and to know what is the best for you. And here the compass, show the compass with the view cube. Okay. Show the compass. So here there is no compass. Okay, so here the macro. So this is application macro security settings. Changes to application macro settings will take effect the next time Revit starts. When working with macros, it's important to be wary of the risks involved with their vulnerabilities. Only run known macros from trustworthy sources. And here the settings document level macro security. So you have to read about this in details from the Revit help manual. Okay, gentlemen, this is my tutorial. This is my first tutorial about Revit. This is an introduction, small introduction to this important, this great software. So please, I think I covered the main options here, and I wish this helps you. And thank you very much for watching my tutorial. Next tutorials we're gonna start the project and the how to draw the things you need in details, and we're gonna apply them on this model. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.